issues. Well, it's the usual. I guess you gotta be ready for it at this point. But we're about to get rolling. This is the uncut, the extended version, raw, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Today's August 13th. It's on 15th. That's probably an unlucky day. Might be why everybody's derping. Everybody was saying in the chat that the derp is going around. It's in the air. Lots of people streaming right now. Just quick shout outs. Cupcake Envy with an extra E in there. The E's for excellence. Sandwich Goddess. The Worst Radio Show. They're doing Podcast Infinity right now. Link Wall streaming. I think it's everybody. Is everybody ready for sure? I actually haven't played Destiny this week. Played a little bit, and this actually wasn't in the mood, believe it or not. But I'll talk about my latest gaming addiction. I'll probably play a little bit this weekend, but after I missed Iron Banner because of stupid Comcast, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and I was just like, meh. And I realized I could live without it. You ready to roll, Obi?
I'm live, dude.
Why isn't that showing that it's live? Oh, I didn't say welcome. She just say welcome back. There we go. All right, here we go. Intro music and all that good stuff.
Welcome back, Geeks, Gamers, Ninjas, Robot. It's Horseplay Live. Today is Thursday, August 13th, 2015. This episode 87, titled the one where we hump the NES, of course. We like our humping days. Yeah. But before we get into all the fun ahead, guys.
Me. We do not hump the freaking lasers. Sorry.
Before we get into all the excitement ahead in this show, guys, I am joined by everyone's favorite bear lizard, filthy hardcore casual, Mr. Yogi Zilla himself. What's up, big guy?
Oh my god! Sorry. I'm really excited to be back on real internet. Well,
About fucking time.
as real as Comcast could be considered. Yeah. They pissed me off, so after a while, I just lost my fight. I was like, fuck you, Comcast. You win for now. I don't want to deal with you. But you know, we're back in the mix, and that's all that matters.
We're back in the saddle again.
So much catching up to do on everything. I haven't even streamed. That tells you something. I haven't even played Destiny. But you know what has happened? I did get up in some beta fun. We'll talk about that later. And we had some new babies come into the household, some new family members. Little kittens. For those that are on Instagram, you probably saw the little furry cutie patooties. Did you see them, Obi?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'll just have to spam Instagram until you see them.
I'm in one of those moods today
I could tell.
where I hear something and it just pisses me off. Really. And it's not because I'm pissed off or anything. Like I'm mad at any one thing. It's just like my camera's not working very well either, and like that's why you guys see no cams today. It's just like it's like gonna be a rant show. I can feel it right now. It's really gonna be one.
The thing is, I test before we go live, and the cam was working fine. But then when I try to cam with you, it's like the cam wants to like annoy us both.
I honestly think, and this is just from, seeing what happened before when other people had some malware and stuff like that. I think I have some malware on my computer, because like when you get some malware on your computer or whatever, your cams don't work right. Just shit does not work right, and I don't think I'm loud enough in the stream for some reason. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, it's weird. I might just try switching to another cam that I have.
He's like, I'm
Let's
not
see
at
the mm-hmm. Yeah, he's being a grumpy bear. That's okay. He'll be eventually he'll click that I'm back, and then everybody'll be happy again. But you know what? Real quick announcement before I forget. A lot of you have been asking about the gang nights and Cards Against Humanity. So I think this Saturday we're going to say, come hell or high water, we're going to do Cards Against Humanity. I don't know if it's going to be at the usual, 9 p.m. or later Eastern time slot. Because if there's certain people that we know a few of you are in other places, and you might go to sleep earlier, whatever. We might do it earlier. But we're going to do the web-based version, so you'll have to have Tabletop Simulator. And we'll do the clone Pretend You're Zizzy. So stay tuned for that. Just pay attention to our feeds on Twitter, at Obi1X2, at YogiZilla, at Geeky Antics. And we invite everybody in the All Games community and the Worst Radio Show community, the rest of our stream team, Geeky Antics community. Everybody just come join us. And I think we have a maximum of 8 players, but up to 12 or 16 total, including spectators. Wow. Rant number 1 for BFT9000. Destiny is too damn fun. Damn it, Bungie. Good thing the story is made to balance it out. It's true. Yeah, once you get into it, it becomes an addiction. But like, I took that time off from it, and now it's like I don't feel compelled to go back into it. I'm actually enjoying other games. So, and people are like, "Hey, get on Destiny." And I'm like, "Why don't you play this game with me instead?" Like, no, Destiny. It's like a sickness. Once you catch that bug, it's hard to get away from that game. People are
like, all the hype with me, right? Where it's going on right now with my beard and everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain people, and I'm gonna say it straight up. There's certain people that want it gone. Not mentioning no names or anything like that, BP. But it's gonna be like there's other people that want me to keep it, like bad, like. Hey, I'll get you that shit so you keep your beard. Like, there's people that are actually starting. People are actually starting to like, like, all right, no, let's have him cut it off. Let's get him this to have the beard cut off. No, well then other people are like, well, hell, I'm gonna get this for him so he can keep the beard. Kind of. BB, it's like me.
Hashtag beard wars.
Yes, it's what it's turning into. Like, there's people that want me to keep it, but there's people that want me to shave it off. Beard go bye-bye. Well, I don't know. I got people that want me to keep it now. They're like, hey, I'll get you that just so you keep the beard.
Our pets love my beard. They nestle up in it. They think I'm a fellow furry friend, and we just hang out together. It's really cool. I like it. It's very convenient. I keep snacks in there. I think I mentioned it before. I'm getting deja vu.
So, Yogi, since we only talk once a week, what have you been doing this week, man?
I'm sorry.
I'm going there, yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. It's so hard to keep up with things. Yeah, like I've had a bunch of people asking to join the gang and be part of our stream team, be part of our network, and like it's like juggling. And I'm just gonna put it out there right now. Brandykins is no longer part of our crew, and it's kind of disappointing. But it's kind of doesn't surprise me either because people really don't get, what it is to be on a network. Like you get out of it what you put in. If you're not participating in our mastermind sessions, if you're not on the forums, if you're not, reading our Google Docs, if you're not really part of our vision and our plan and aware of what everyone else is doing, and like simple things like if you're a host on our network and you can't make a show or you're gonna change the schedule, let me know so I can update the schedule. I should have to find out after the fact because I can't keep up with dozens of people or hundreds of people. So you have to come to me. It's easier one person come to me than I go chase down a whole bunch of people. So she went to join another stream team, and I wish her luck, but it just made me just facepalm because it's just like dealing with that kind of stuff, and it's a lot of work to get people caught up in what we're doing, what our plans are, how to participate, how to like take advantage of our promotional services, and spread your brand further. How can we be a team? It's not just, hey, I joined the team, cool, that's it, and go on autopilot. There's the stuff you got to do as part of it. Simple things like putting the watermark, the logo in your stream. Not just dropping our name one time, say, oh, we're part of Geeky Answers Network, or shout out to Geeky Answers. You got to kind of get integrated into it, and that's reciprocated. But it's become very tiring, and it's hard to keep up with everyone. So that's part of what happens. And I'm juggling a bunch of stuff. So outside of dealing with all the politics, behind the scenes stuff on the network, I finally got a chance to take a little peek at Rare Replay. I'll talk more about that later, but oh my gosh, they did such a good job with that collection. It's probably the best $30 you can spend in gaming, period. I don't want to get too much to the gaming stuff because we hopefully will have time to get to the dust off. I did finally get a chance to play Magic Duels Origins, and I see what people say about that being a money grab. It's like they have the Hearthstone model, but it's a much bigger grind, and they're trying to almost force you. Like I played against AI computer players in the solo battle.
And Fatal been playing lately? Magic Duels.
You playing that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing it on PC and Xbox, mainly on Xbox.
I'm done through the whole story mode already.
I haven't done the whole story mode yet because I'm trying to.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's one guy where there's no way you can beat him. You just have to survive until he pulls out his giant card. That's it. Either he's got 100 health, you got 20, or whatever you start with, and you just. I was watching Fatal do it the other day or yesterday, and then I was doing it, and it was just like he was like, "Oh yeah, all you have to do is just wait for him to pull his big card," and that's how you win. Is if you can wait and last until he pulls his big
penis.
It's like 25 colorless mana is what he has to get to, because each one of his minions gives him a colorless mana. So like, yeah, it's like his cards. I mean, it's just badass. And I found out what deck I want to play, and the red black deck, black aggro deck, which is just crazy because you got tons of control with your black. And then you got tons of red and aggro with your red deck. It's just, if you have the lands and your stuff comes out like it's supposed to, it is an unstoppable force. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's great. The campaign's definitely more balanced, but if you play the solo battles, the AI is really broken. The easy computers should not be having really OP decks. Like an easy computer should not have a blue deck or blue-black deck where everything you do they counter it. That's not easy. Like it's like they're not thinking about, like, if they put this out to get more people into Magic, they failed. It's great fan service for people that already like deck building games or already like Magic. But if I was a new player and I played this game and I had no idea how deck building games work, I'd be like, fuck this. I wouldn't deal with it.
That's what I said the first time, and I went back to it.
Yeah.
You asked Fatal. I was like, fuck this shit, and I'm done. And I left. And then
But you started with the campaign, though, right?
Well, yeah, but I know how to play Magic, though, so...
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I haven't played it in years, but it really never leaves you. Once you start playing it again, you're like, oh, I remember this shit now. Let's... Bam, bam, bam. And I made some mistakes. Don't get me wrong. There was times where I got my ass grilled, like You should have played this way, they played the same way. Like every time I did something, they did the same thing. So then I changed up that one thing, blocked them or countered them, and I won the match. But there's just you have to be on point when you're playing those AI.
No, the thing is, it's easy though. Like I'm expecting a breeze, and like BFT saying in the chat, against blue, you just gotta bait it with like crap, so that they'll counter the crap, and then you get the real plays out. And that's true. And you wait for them to not have any mana, because if they don't have any mana, they can't do counters. But it's easy AI. It should be freaking autopilot done. And I'm just trying to get my daily quest done. So I'm like, oh, okay. It wants me to play with a black-white deck. I'll just use a deck wizard to play with the deck with the deck that they helped me construct. And it's a decent deck.
OP as shit.
Blue-black is OP. The black-white, it could be...
Oh, fuck that, dude. No offense to anything, but black-white does not work in any situation.
No, it does.
It's too slow. It's too slow. Dude, if you get a black-white deck, I'm sorry, a blue deck is a slow-playing deck. A white and black plays double slow. I mean, it's double slow.
Not if he's just loaded up with a bunch of small creatures, because white had a bunch of...
Why are you going to make a black-white deck if you're just going to load it up with a bunch of small creatures?
Because you can have graveyard flashback, bring things out of the graveyard. So you just have a whole bunch of sacrificial lambs. Like, black-white's usually about healing yourself, graveyard manipulation, and like overwhelming the opponent. Like if you get a bunch of flying 1/1 or 2/2 creatures out early on, or 1/2 creatures out, it's really hard to deal with that. You can overwhelm people, and then you can just have like...
That's where you go like a black-red or a white-red, because then you still have the control with your white. Because I just think of a white and black deck is like two control decks trying to make it into one. I mean, like what BFT said, you have to have the exact cards that you're gonna need. Like there's no fuck ups.
Yeah, you do need a lot of synergy.
But like one of those cards where you're like, oh, this might work. No, you need to have cards that will work. Like, it's just... Unless you absolutely like some people that know how to play, that can manipulate that black-white deck, make sure the cards are there, the ones that you need. I mean, for somebody that knows how to play and what they're doing, a black-white deck is just OP as shit. You can play it, but you have to do it perfectly. If you mess up 1 point at any point in the game, you can basically like, oh, I'm done.
I mean, black-white could be as aggressive as red, but red might be the only thing that really counters it in most cases, just because red has the haste and a lot of the board damage, board clear.
But it's the Zerg deck. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's like especially like if you go red white, you can put some with the white has some really good counter spells. The blue has some really good counter. Red blue deck. Very seldomly do I like to put double colors in. I mean, I'm gonna have like a full red with...
See, I noticed with this, I think with this forces you to use 2 color decks, unless you use a custom deck. Then you can make a single color, a mono deck. So that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because if you go through the deck wizard to create decks for the solo... For every mode outside of the campaign, you can create decks, right? Mm-hmm. And that goes off your own library, your own collection. And if you use the deck wizard, which deck wizard is really good, it helps you take a template and then fill it up with cards, based around a certain mechanic you're trying to go for, right? Like, do you want to go for control? Do you want to go for aggro? Do you want to have graveyard manipulation? That kind of stuff. Do you want to have a lot of heavy healing, a lot of heavy buffs? It's going to be a ramp up, pump up kind of thing. So that's cool, but with the custom deck, you can do whatever you want, but it's a little janky the way it works. So I have some issues with it, but I'm not going to get into all of it. Hopefully, like I said, we'll get to the dust that we'll talk about it some more. But outside of video games, just tending to the new kittens, and they're so sweet and cute, and they just sleep all day. And nurse off their mama. And then Blue's looking at them like, what the hell are those little shits? Like one tried to go up to her and like, you know, they can't open their eyes yet, and they feel trying to nurse off for her, and she's like, I like watching our pets just interact with each other. I gotta start filming this stuff. It's great. At least it entertains me. Never a dull moment. Yeah, where is Rakdos? Rakdos will eat this Magic the Gathering discussion. Maybe next episode we'll talk about Magic and just deck building games as a whole. We can go dig deeper. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I just feel like it sucks that they're being so stingy. That it's a huge grind. Yeah, you could keep grinding out, and it doesn't seem to be a cap. You could get like 5 to 20 gold per match. You know, not counting the campaign. And then campaign quests or campaign missions or quests, whatever you want to call them. They're a one-shot deal. You get them done, you never get that gold again, right? So and then you have daily quests, but it's such a grind. 150 gold to buy a pack. And I only have like 70 gold, 80 gold. And I've put quite a bit of time on the Xbox. So games like this give free-to-play a bad rep. It's free-to-play done the wrong way. They're just trying to force your hand to get the starter pack. I mean, they give you a nice little starter pack, and it's cool that you open the little box, right? But, you know, so much stuff is missing that you start hitting walls, especially if you're not doing campaign. If you go outside of campaign, it's so rough. I guess they made it so that you just go focus on campaign first and then go into the other modes. But I want to do my daily quest now. I don't want to wait to finish campaign anyway. I'm sorry. How's your week been?
Long.
I get that sense. And BFT's giving his take on it. Black-white is total control. Not an easy combo. It'll usually be a long game. They do trying to drag out. And red-black, he says that if you don't win early, you're probably not winning. Yeah, because black tends to have creatures that are easy to die, easy to kill.
You got an aggro with no control at all. Plus, I mean, like, if you're gonna go red, you're not gonna go black. More likely, you're gonna go blue, so it has a little bit more, or even red-green. I mean, because then you got green that has those medium-sized creatures. I know there's a couple. We'll get into this later. I could talk about Magic the Gathering for a while if I really wanted to.
Me too. Yep. And shout out to FIFA Champ 69 and I hope I say it right. Eco 15. What's going on? What's everybody doing? So Obi, what do we have tonight on the show?
I don't know what we got tonight on the show. Just kidding.
What do we have tonight on the
Guys,
show?
no Destiny Minute. Yay! I mean, darn. But we do have a huge feature, guys. Tonight, there'll be some gaming news and some deals. We'll take a break from Sega, fanboy fun, and we're going to go into Nintendo. We're going to talk about around the top 100 NES games or so. It's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about some modern games as well. And heck, this may be 2 or 3 putter just because we have so many games to talk about.
Video games.
Video games to talk about. But if you guys
I love the video games. Video games. I missed it.
Right, but if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our silly party.
Woo!
Horseplay Live is where geeks come to play, and yeah, we get in trouble most of the time too. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not on purpose. That's all I can say. But guys, we are the flagship. Horseplay Live is the flagship talk radio show for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com. Our show covers all the aspects of geek culture with a special focus on indie and strategy games, technologies. We rant like a motherfucker too. Well, of course, all the social issues that geeks face, as well as in community events that we do and we love to be a part of. Sometimes we even talk about some tabletop and some retro gaming. And I want to say sometimes, but all the time we talk about food. And that's just because.
Not tonight, though. My stomach is tore up. It's part of the reason we started late.
Yeah.
And look, no Destiny talk tonight, and now everybody's ready for Destiny time. Well, it's split. It's kind of 50-50, but BFT got him back into the game.
TSC Black Dragon's like, yay, no Destiny! Exclamation point. That's what Obi said. Yay! I mean, darn.
and somehow we started talking about Supernatural. Because I said Vidya games. He's like, it's Vidya games, you idiots. He's like, and so now I said, Bobby. He's like, I'm on, and this is Black Dragon saying that I'm on Dean's team, Team Dean. Used to be on Team Sam, but he became an Az last season. Yeah. The chat room is the best part. This is an interactive show, and without you guys, this show doesn't have the same kind of magic because it's based on playing off of what you guys say. Otherwise, it'd just be two talking heads, and that's everyone else doing the show, and it'd be unremarkable. I don't want to hear myself talking the whole time.
Well, while you're talking about the show, Yogi, why don't you let everybody know a little bit more about our show, or about Horseplay Live?
So, guys, Horseplay Live, as the name implies, it's live and uncut. The horseplay aspect has nothing to do with horses. There's no equestrian knowledge here. The horses are cool. All animals are awesome. No furries, none of that business. No, My Little Pony. But if you're a brony, we won't judge you. Come as you are. But it is a late night show, so
I'm
being
gonna judge the shit out of you if you do that. Just saying. He won't judge you, but I'm gonna judge the shit out of you.
Yeah, but everybody ignores you, so it's all right. They know that you're just salty.
No, I'm not salty.
Take your salt with a grain of salt.
I take my salt with a big glass of shut the hell up.
Forlin! No horses. We can put up horse pictures. There's a cat picture on my side. Oh, I'm lagging. What the heck is going on? Okay, I'm good now. I don't know what's going on with my connection today. I bet you everybody's watching streaming video.
I want to know what's wrong with your camera. It's weird.
I don't know. I think the camera might just be dying. It works when it wants.
Some malware in your computer somewhere.
No, but see, that's the thing. It works every time except for when me and you were doing the show.
That's the only time mine doesn't work is when I'm connected to you. Sorry.
It's weird.
I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just like, I'm just gonna be like, my camera just don't work today. But
yeah, it's like they don't like each other. Like our cameras are having a turf war or something.
Yeah, and apparently mine's winning because it's kicking your ass.
I got another webcam. I'm gonna hook it up. It's a webcam that was donated for the Blue Cam. It's not really being used right now. I'll just hook that one up instead. But so yeah, so our show, since we're a late night show, sleep deprivation, it rears its ugly head, and we wander off on crazy tangents, and weird things happen. Because the freaks come out at night, and I mean, with a name like Horseplay, what else can you expect? Shenanigans are to be expected. I mean, it's in the name. That's it. That's what we are about. We're about geek culture. Right now I have us categorized as comedy because we do predominantly talk about video games, but I see us more as an entertainment kind of show. Geek culture as a whole.
In saying that, guys, if we say something that offends you, what I want you to do is I want you to, well, just get the hell over it, really. If it offends you, we are sorry. But as everybody knows, I'm a dick. I'm an ass. Sorry. It's just how it is. Just kidding. If it does offend you, we are sorry. It's not something that we're trying to do or anything like that. But, guys, Horseplay Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch channels Geeky Antics, and simulcasted right on YogiZilla on his channel as well. Horseplay Live Replay is now available earlier on Thursdays at about 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. Give us about 5 minutes of your time. It does help our number for our views and our listens and stuff like that. So we would appreciate it if you guys could help us out. It would mean a lot to us. Now we did say that there's not going to be much, but we are going to do the little bit that we do have. The obligatory news and rants.
Ding! So, guys, us being rather fancy about the whole podcasting thing, it's worth noting that International Podcast Day is coming up on September 30th, 2015. And I think we're going to do something special for it. I don't know what yet. We might do something special. Maybe a community call, like a Google Hangout.
Wait, when?
A series of podcasts. September 30th.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know what day. What day does that fall on? It falls on a Wednesday.
I won't be here.
Where are you?
Wednesday's my only day off, bruh.
Okay.
Wednesday's the only day I get to see my wife, so you guys have fun.
Well, Wednesday's also when the Worst Radio Show, Kevin, Andy, Robbie, and gang hang out. So maybe we'll coordinate something with them. Maybe a community game night or something, or a whole series of events. But I think it's cool. I'm really excited. Like, people talk about YouTube and Twitch, and to be honest, like, I know those are places where you need to be because that's where our audience is. But I'm personally not as excited about it. I think video is a very saturated space, and there's very limited growth opportunity unless you're very lucky or you grind like crazy. For the rest of us, I love podcasting because it has a higher barrier to entry, and that means there's less noise in the space, less garbage clouding up the space, and you have a higher chance to reach more people because there's a lot more consumers than there are creators. And I think there's something magical about the audio format, or radio, so to speak. So podcast love, yo. If you want to learn more about International Podcast Day, it's internationalpodcastday.com. That's the website. And we'll probably talk more about that. See, maybe we can coordinate something with them officially. I got to get in touch with the folks that run that site and see if we could work out some stuff. Cross promotion, collaboration type stuff. I think they're even doing like a little convention and whatnot, or several conventions worldwide, and meetups. So should be cool. And another thing in gaming, Fallout Shelter. It's a game that many of us were waiting for because we refused to play it on an Apple device, or as I like to call them, crapple. And I was playing it. I'll admit, I played it on my iPoop, and then I remember why I hate Apple so much, because Apple fans swear that Apple devices are flawless. They never crash. They don't get viruses. I just stopped playing Fallout Shelter because it kept crashing randomly. Sometimes I play for an hour or two, and then it will be fine. Since I play for 5 minutes, it'll crash, and then I lose progress. So I said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna wait till it comes out on Android." And it came out on Android as of this live show right now. I think it came out either today. Yeah, I think it came out today, the 13th, August 13th, yo. And
9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's The Sims meets Tiny Tower. It's the best way I could describe it. But it's got the whole survival motif going on, the post-apocalyptic thing going on. Morgana, if you're an Apple person, we won't hold it against you. Listen, we love everybody, but I'm a fanboy when it comes to Sega, right? I'm a huge fanboy about Sega. I think Sega is one of the companies that help bring video games to a mass market, and also help innovate things and take risks no one else would. But I'm not one of those fanatical people that is overzealous and blind to their flaws. I know that the latest Sonic games suck, and it's a shame. It's sad because I like Sonic. I think he's more than a mascot, But I could appreciate people that say that he was born out of a time where mascots were kind of necessary to sell, gaming consoles, because they were considered more toys than serious computing systems. But now those days are kind of gone. Crash Bandicoot is unnecessary. You don't need Sonic, and Mario's the only one that's kind of still alive from like that era of gaming. So, and see Black Dragon saying, TSC Black Dragon says, I have an Apple phone and I've had just as many problems out of it as I've had with Android. It's the mentality of a person using them that irritates me. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that. Whenever, like, if I have a friend that's an Apple friend, and I tell them, I'm having some problem with my computer, it's like, yeah, you should have an Apple. Like, they think that fixes everything. It's like, No. See, the difference is if I have a problem with my PC, I can go under the hood and fix it. If I have a problem with an Apple computer, it's basically, well, gotta buy a new one. Because you don't have access to the things under the hood, really. Yeah, you can hack it up, but that's kind of counterintuitive to be an Apple, user. So, yeah, buy mediocre products at a grossly inflated price. That's the price. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Same thing I feel about Beats by Dre. They're not bad headphones, but they're not $300-400 good. Hell no. I don't even think Sennheiser is worth that much money. That's ridiculous. You could buy an Audio Technica, for a fraction of the price, and it has the same kind of quality in audio.
The reason why people buy Beats by Dre is because they're Beats by Dre. That's all they're paying for is Dre's name.
Oh yeah, and dude, the markup, they have like Nike level markup on those headphones and headsets. The headphones, if you buy them wholesale, you could probably get them for anywhere, depending what model you get, from $20 to $60, let's say. And then what is that, like 300-400% markup at least? It's crazy.
They're about $350 right now.
It's nuts. If I
$350, hell, I'm gonna go get fucking another video card. I'm gonna get another stick of RAM. And then I'm gonna go to Logitech and get some freaking actual podcast headphones, or some, if I'm gaming, some G35s or whatever, and spend just as much money as I would for that one headset. And it's not even a headset; it's their headphones.
I think they have headsets too now, though.
Nah, yeah, that are shit.
But yeah, and it makes me sad too, because like I have friends that I know are struggling financially, but then I can't feel bad for them because they do stupid things, like they buy Beats headphones. Like, why? Like, you don't need $350 headphones. It makes no sense. Like, you could get, like, why do you need that? Now you can't afford to pay your mortgage, or you can't pay your car. It's crazy. I mean, it's luxury. It's for those kind of people that need to have luxury. And maybe Black Dragon saying in the chat, they spend hundreds of dollars, for the headphones. They have great mids and lows, but terrible highs. They're not even.
$350 could buy so many bags of burgers.
Holy crap, you can. So many fries. Oh my god. No food talk. No, my tummy hurts. But yeah. See, Thorlin says, it's a big deal if I pay more than $20 a headphone. Yeah, that's what I was saying. $20. Now if you're buying studio monitors, I understand, because you want for studio monitors, it's a different kind of thing. You want headphones that you can reverse the cup, so you can listen on one headphone while doing something else. Maybe you're DJing, and you get a wide spectrum of audio, and so it's better for like editing stuff and seeing if the quality is right. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of thing. But even that you could buy. You don't have to spend $200-300. You could get $50 or $100 headphones that are comparable, if not the same.
I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why people buy them. Maybe it's just because they say Dre on them. I don't understand.
Yeah, as marketing though. I mean,
no offense to anybody that's bought them, but you're a dumbass.
I mean, I'm sure if Kim Kardashian, she probably already has it. Kim Kardashian has booty shorts by Kim Kardashian. I keep messing up her name. You know what I'm saying? Kardashian. Right? The people will buy it like, oh, I want my booty to look like her. Because in their mind, like, they're brainwashed. Like, to say, oh, Beats by Dre, well, he does music, and so he's got to have high quality standards when it comes to sound, gear. So these can't be bad. I'm sure he has a bunch of pairs himself. I can almost guarantee you Dr. Dre ain't using Beats at home.
Probably not.
And then they're smart too, because they also have the software, the service competing with iTunes, the Beats service.
Some gold beats or something shit that I use at home. Look, yeah, man, 14, platinum, baby.
Yeah.
Solid gold, baby.
And his are.
Must be heavy as shit. That's solid gold.
Well, and his are not even. his are not even the like a floor model, like their prototype that he made. He had specially made for him. You know, like they're not even the same spec. They did whole different components and everything, like all top tier stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like, why don't you use the thing, the headset you made?
And look,
Somebody asked him a question about that. Why don't you do you use these headphones? He goes, well, I do, but a modified version is what he said. He uses a modified version of his headphones.
oh,
He's
actually quoted saying that.
Yes.
Wow.
That actually headphones that nobody else can get, and if you want them, they're thousands of dollars.
Oh my God.
Because he has, so many speakers in one ear, and he can hear, like, each speaker has its own... Fuck all that, man.
It's crazy talk.
If you need more than a surround sound headset, if you need more speakers than that, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, I think the most you need in a speaker cup, in a headset cup, headphone cup, it may be 5 drivers. That doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be great audio, but I can see spatializing the audio to get a sense of where it's coming from. For gaming, that's useful.
Well, like in my G35s, there's 3 speakers in each cup. All right, it's for surround sound. There's one up front, there's one directly in the middle, and then there's one in back. And then I think there's 4. I think there's one on top too. But that's in both ears, so like I can hear it like it's a whole, like a cup around my ears.
Yeah.
More it's almost like a double cup around my ears. I have my ears fully covered, and then I have surround sound from front to back. When I switch it, I can definitely tell because it's like when you talk to me, and then I hear music in the background, or I'm playing CS:GO with the team. I'll turn my I've done it a couple times here in the last couple days where I've had to 1v2 or 1v3 clutch, and TSC Dragon, Black Dragon's seen it, where I would flip on my surround sound, and I can hear everything, and then I just say mute and team speak, and everybody shuts up, and I can usually clutch if I can hear them.
Yeah, no.
That's what happens, and then I just flip it right off to it. You can say, well, that's a cheat. No, not really. That's part of my headset. I play on the lower setting, and then when I need to do what I need to do, or I need to clutch, if it's a 2v3, 2v5, we've done it before to where we could both hear exactly. We took them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and defused the bomb. So let's get into our derailing though.
Yeah. And BFT has a conspiracy theory. He thinks that Dr. Dre isn't even a real doctor. Oh, scandal. But anyway.
Now, but do you know why he's called Doctor?
Because...
Guys, next thing we're going off, you guys can think about that. Why is Dr. Dre called Doctor? If you know the correct answer, I will tell you if you're right. If you know the correct answer, you get a prize. Deals for cheap bastards. You guys know we are cheap bastards every day of the week. Now, my wife might not say that. You're not a cheap bastard. You spend a lot of money. But we're all cheap bastards when it comes to getting lots of games for little to no money.
Mm-hmm.
And while Yogi edits all the stuff, I'm just going to kind of look at you guys and go, yeah.
I just thought of something.
Blah, blah,
well, because we was talking about software deals, but we just talking about gaming headsets. Now, if you don't need super surround sound and fancy schmancy stuff, there's a company out of China called Sadie's. They make very comfortable feeling headsets. The mics sound nice. The audio is nice. You get good volume range on it. And I think King Dean just got he found a deal, two pairs for $15. Can't beat that. The PC gaming headsets, but you could with an adapter you could use them on PS4 and Xbox One. So.
Nice.
Can't beat that, and that way, if one go bad, you got a backup.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend a lot of money on one nice headset, and then it breaks on you, you're SOL. What are you gonna do then? But then you buy 2 for 15, you got a backup, good to go.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on how good those sounds. I'm sorry, I don't care I mean, two for $15. Are they actual like do they go around your ear, or they just sit on top of your ear?
They're buckets.
Because they're what?
They're buckets. They cover your ears completely.
Okay. Well, cause some people like, oh, these are the best headphones in the world, but if they don't cover my ear totally, like my ear sits inside the headset, I don't want them. I have no use for them. Like the rock candy or the skull, the rock, what are they called? The podcast I have, the ones that are for my dad while he's here. Those things, I like them for podcasting. Anything else, not a chance in hell. Because you got to hear, the only thing you got to hear in the podcasting is somebody else's voice, really, and music if you have it.
Yeah.
You don't have to hear all the extra other stuff. But what are those cheap deals for cheap deals for bastards? Yeah, there we go.
Cheap deals for cheap bastards, for emphasis. So yeah, Humble Bundle is still killing it, man. It's been like back-to-back amazing bundles. They got the Namco Bandai bundle. That one's ending the soonest, I think. And if for nothing else, Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. I love that game. It's a great take on a classic game, a game that still holds up today very well. It's Pac-Man on crack. I mean, or LSD if you really want to say. Like, it's trippy as hell. It's got all these kind of crazy colors going on. It's super fast-paced. Oh, I love it. They have a Dungeons and Dragons Humble Bundle with the comics, the IDW comics in there. And that one, I think if you pay $10, you get or more, you get the whole shebang. And it's a lot of comics in there. I think it's all digital though. So, but for $10, you can't go wrong. And I'm kind of tempted by that too, because I've been kind of getting back into that Dungeons and Dragons universe. I didn't even think about going back into Baldur's Gate. That's another discussion. And then they have actually, there's another one I just found out about that just came out today. The Boy from Space, I think it's called, bundle. It's the weekly bundle, and it's all like space-themed games. So far, they have 6 games in there. But if you like space, anything space-themed, check that out. I haven't looked at all the games yet, but that one just came out. But what's neat about it is the cause that one supports, it helps support the Challenger sensor. So that's kind of neat. You can help launch probes into outer space and probe people and aliens and stuff. And last but not least, one we mentioned before too, the Warhammer / Games Workshop mobile bundle. That's all mobile games, I believe. So the name said mobile bundle, obviously. I haven't played any Games Workshop stuff on mobile yet, so I wonder how that works out.
There's somebody that wants to join us.
Oh. So, is this someone that perhaps we haven't talked to in a long time?
I talk to her all the time. I don't know about you.
Oh. Well, excuse you. I was gone. All right, someone I haven't talked to in a long time because I was gone for like a week without real internet. Bastard. Gotta ruin the moment.
I'm bringing her in.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause
really
for
need help right now. Okay, yes, I moved and I've been getting all the technical stuff behind the scenes done so that I can properly promote. No, so I can properly promote like Geeky Annex the way that I really have been wanting to, so I can really get this, get the gang going, or at least do my part, and it took a lot longer than I thought, and I couldn't get everything perfect. And yeah,
I just thought you didn't love me anymore.
No.
Tear.
No.
Every time I Skype, I be loud. It's like a one-word answer, like that. Like when someone's mad at you, they just say one-word answers, like
No.
yeah.
No.
We took a
Okay.
It's a collective decision. We all voted, and none of us like you anymore. We just.
Sideshow Bob's in the building. What the hell?
Ask FM asks, you look in the mirror, what do you see? Someone I don't like.
What I'm saying No, I went and I got a Microsoft phone because I liked it. It was bigger for like, and I did it, but it's different.
Bigger, huh?
Yeah, it was bigger.
That's what she
Shut
said.
up, Obi.
It got bigger and bigger.
Oh, he's a grower.
Giggity.
Not a grower. Shut up.
Well, you come back in a good show because after we get through our usual segments, we got a really fun discussion to have.
Oh yeah, get through the segments because I don't want to distract you. I'm loud right now. What's that?
Cause I be loud, yo.
This is why I haven't been here in a while because I've been loud lot lately. Like, sorry.
But go ahead, mute your mic for a few minutes, and we'll call you back here in a second.
Oh yeah, pay the bills. Peace.
Well, we don't got. I haven't seen any other deals. Is there anything else you can think of that's come out?
Oh man, there's quite a bit right now that like Steam is having a little sale.
Well, speaking of which, you reminded me about the Naruto sale, and I forgot to jump on it.
Scrub.
I know, so I'll just wait for that to roll back around.
And I told Fatal this, and he was kind of mad when I said to him, the Stanley Parable sucks. He was so mad. I'm like, dude, why are you mad?
The Stanley Parable isn't really a game, though. Like, I don't know if I could call it a game. It's a great experience to have, because I think it's like a great experience, and I think it's a prototype of something that could be an awesome game. You know what I mean? Like, it reminds me of a point.
It's not though. It's dumb. It's like my son. Okay, this is the funny part. I was like, hey buddy, listen to everything and play the game. He's like, okay. So he listened. We put the other headphones on. He had a set. I had a set. And I said, what did it just tell you to do? Do you do that or do that? He goes, do that. And
hey, Obi, we got a follow, by the way. Thorlin, thanks for following. Thanks for joining the gang.
When he actually gets to the door, when the door starts opening,
yeah,
the game starts over, he goes, I beat it, Dad. I was like, do you want to play again? No, not fun.
Dude, you should totally record that.
Like, straight up, he's like, he won't play it anymore. I said, dude, you want to play this? Nope, not fun.
Record the audio. I mean, obviously, as a parent, you don't want to really put videos or pictures of your kids out there because it's a very delicate thing, shall we say, but
I'm gonna tell you right
record
now,
audio, dude. That'd be adorable.
I'm not gonna do it on purpose, but really, if somebody sees a picture of my kid and wants to take him, I'll kill you.
but seriously though, record the audio. Like say, hey little buddy, dude, look.
She's gonna be like, no, you can't die yet. You can't die yet. I gotta have my fun yet. Don't you ever take my boy. Well, you can't. You're dead. Never mind.
That's not like the plot of this horror movie P2. Where like a girl that was victimized, suddenly she becomes the predator. It's pretty badass. But
Stanley Parable is not entertaining at all. It's a 4-year-old said, "I'm done."
Yeah, it's
like straight up. He's like,
you must not have been ready for what it is. You must have been expecting something.
Maybe I don't. I'm expecting something that it's actually a game and it's, you can then choose your stuff. Not Stanley took a left and then Stanley went to the left door.
And that's the fun of it.
That's the point, though. I went through all the other doors and it's pointless.
That's the whole point. The whole point of Stanley.
The motherfucker stops talking.
But the Stanley Parable.
Then you just walk in circles.
Right, because the whole point of the game is to make fun of video game tropes and bad design. That's kind of what it's doing. Like it's very self-aware and it's a parody of other games, And that's the whole point. Like when you have a narrator, when you have games that break the fourth wall and they don't have that immersion, it's frustrating. So like the whole time you just want to strangle the narrator, but you can't do anything. It's funny. That's the whole point about it.
Right, but I'm just saying, like it's just like for somebody like me that's likes the MMO, the simulator, the shooter, the having doing stuff. And then you get into a game like that, like, what is the fucking point? To not do what the guy says and get lost? And then the guy says, well, okay, fuck, you do it on your own.
Yeah, like I said, if you're a completionist and you're looking to get the best ending, That's
I'm not
the
a
point of it.
completionist, though. I don't like beating games because then you're done. I'm not a completionist. I don't do that. But it's just to the point where it doesn't make sense to play.
It's just a game that you play in short sessions just to get a laugh. That's what it is. And again, I use game very loosely.
Again, a 4-year-old. I beat it already. I'm done. Let's play another game. We had to go play frickin' Worms Revolution because that's impossible to beat, damn near.
Oh, I love Worms. It's a great series.
And there was a time where he was playing with my mouse using my keyboard, sitting on my lap. We were playing the Hunter. Oh boy, shot a bear.
Nice.
4 years old playing this game, and I'm gonna start getting.
Wait, if you like the Hunter, have you tried the Long Dark yet?
I got the Hunter. I bought the game because it was on sale, and then somebody actually bought me the $50 pack for a year. Where
Good Lord.
I could hunt any animal anywhere. I got like 28 extra items or some shit like that.
Jeez.
Somebody got it for me, so I was like, I'll play it, sure.
Damn.
So I'm actually learning how to set stuff up, and we're actually going to do a stream series to where we go hunt certain animals, and actually, yeah.
They need to have the feature in there, like Rainbow Six Vegas, where you could scan your face in and have your beard in game. That'd be awesome. You totally fit in that world. But you might check out the Long Dark, if you could get the demo of it. I think it's a game that might be right up your alley.
I have seen that, and that's something I would get and play. The comment about Worms, I think Worms are like any Worms games. It's something that you'd want to play with friends. Like if we have like 5 or 6 people on, I think there's only like 4 teams, but if you have like 3 or 4 people on, and then you play Worms all against each other, and call it a red eye stream and just stream it, and just everybody's getting drunker and shit. When you lose one of your worms, you have to slam a shot or something, or you have to slam a beer or whatever. You can get on stream and spend 4 hours at a stream, and everybody's drunker and shit, and you got to shut down the stream because you're ready to pass out.
That game, you know what it is I love about that game? It's very simple. It's a quick fix, or you can play it for long sessions. Like you said, it's fun with friends, but it has personality. That's something a lot of games lack. And it's so much personality that you could customize each of your worms, not just the aesthetics, but you could customize some of the worms versions. You could change what they say when they die and what they do when they die, and it's just so funny. Just having a custom quote, Goonies never say die, you know.
Well, I have just the Revolution one. But if they go on sale again, I'm gonna get a bunch of I'm gonna get all the little ones. I mean, because at one point they were like 99 cents, and I didn't jump on it. There's like 10 different games with worms. I want the newest one. It looks fun. Does just to me though. But Yogi, let's get into some more the Humble bundle you were talking about. You didn't check on that. G2A. Is there anything good on that?
No, that's all the deals. Just to recap though. So keep things moving along. The games with gold: Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Massive Chalice, Plants vs Zombies. If I'm not mistaken. I feel like no. Wait, those are the old ones. No, it's Metal Gear Solid, Ground Zeroes, Metro, and what's the other one? It might be PVZ. But anyway, check it out. It's a new rotation, and they do a few games every couple of weeks. Can't remember what the other one is. But anyway, are we ready to? I think we should just jump right into the feature. We gotta have enough time for this.
We do, and we got a couple of people ready for it too.
Yeah, let's jump ahead. I'm excited. Come on, let's go, Obi.
Excuse me.
Stop dilly dallying.
What happened to the last person that tried to rush me? I took more time than you want me to.
Is that the whole? My father did that once. Is that what you're doing? You give me that
really?
bit.
I can though, if you want me to. I mean, I will. Guys, time for the feature discussion. And now it's time for our feature presentation. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the freaking tune anyway.
Yes, but don't forget, folks. We already have people joining us in the chat.
Johnny Dangerously great movie.
If you want to connect with us, if you can't join us live, I do want to mention this. Obi can be found at Obi1x2 on Twitter. I'm at Yogizilla. We have the at Geeky Antics Twitter. We have geekyantics.net. We're also we hang out over at allgames.com and a chat over there on IRC. We have a voicemail line, 206-415-4987. What's the phone number again, Obi?
That's 206-415-4987.
And Obi, do we have an email address where people can reach us?
Why, sure we do, Yogi. You can email us at mail@geekyantics.net.
And may I borrow your Great Poupon?
Fuck off. It's your own damn mustard.
You can't have that Great Poupon. I always was waiting for them to make a nasty version of that commercial. And yeah, that probably wouldn't be good. People just...
Or a redneck version. Hey, yo, can I get some mustard? Hell no! Get your own damn Grey Poupon.
Poupon? Poupon. You gotta separate the syllables. No, I can just picture people just dropping their pants and farting all over the place. Here's your Grey Poupon!
That's kind of far-fetched right there, bro.
It is. And I also want to thank our sponsors and everybody that donates to OB and myself, to the network, to help us do the things we love. You can see a lot of our...
Nobody donate to OB.
You just said people about you, a $50 subscription thing. Get out of here. Anyway, for all our heroes, our Hall of Heroes, you can find them over at geekyants.net/sponsors. But Obi, what's our feature? What is our feature? What is our feature discussion?
I don't know. What is it? The 100 best NES games of all time. Now, I'm sure we're going to have some other comments in here with this for this feature. Ivy Loud, of course, the one, the only. And TSE Black Dragon. What's up, guys?
Oh yeah. You weren't fast enough.
That's great.
You weren't fast enough on the unmute.
Nice to hear you. Nice to hear from you guys, but basically what we're going to be talking about, our hashtag Nintendo Day themed hashtag Retro Friday. Of course, it's coming back, guys. We're clearly fearing, or Yogi's clearly feeling some retro gaming coming out. I'm not. I'm tired of retro right now. I want to play Now.
Now?
That's the same, isn't it?
Sadly, my intro was very delayed because I double muted myself.
That's
on by the mic and the mute.
I just said in one spot, didn't do the whole thing.
I've done that before too. Be double safe.
Quiet. I mean, I could say a few things, but you said push.
No, but then I just said hi. Never mind. Anyway, we've even talked Sega in the last week, but now we're going to get back into talking a little bit about Nintendo. Well, we're going to revisit Sega.
I'm not over it.
Soon
I'm not
enough.
ready. Pineapples. It hasn't been long enough to Iwata. Like,
Wait, did Sega actually have 100 titles?
Are you kidding me? How dare you? Off this call right now, sir.
did
No,
you seriously
you can stay.
have to poke the Yogi
That
Bear?
troll face.
You can stay.
That was so necessary to poke the Yogi Bear. I just need to know. Was that needed?
How dare
He had
you?
the honey.
That hurt my heart.
Wake up the bees, and then you just got him stung.
Well, at least
Why?
to your credit, at least you said, "Do they even have 100 games?" At least they said, "Do they have 100 good games?" Because then I'd really be like, "What?"
I can think of like Sonic and Phantasy Star, and that's about it.
They have a lot more that people realize. Shenmue, the Mafia, Yakuza. There's a lot of stuff that people forget is Sega, but a lot of these properties are still alive too. But we actually talked about that in episode 86 of Voice Play Live. If you want to go back, we touched upon them. We got to go back to it. It shows upon some of the things that are Sega developed and Sega published. Two different things. Because they have a lot of things they've published. There's a few things that they developed themselves. And Sega's had a lot of teams, a lot of studios internally too. But we're talking about Nintendo today, though. Back to
I was a
Nintendo.
Nintendo baby, so Sega I don't know much about.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Long live Dreamcast. Long live.
Yes. Dreamcast 2, I'm still
Sonic
waiting.
on Dreamcast and Dead or Alive 2 were very epic games. I love those two games on Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just so you guys know, we are going from IGN. It's IGN's picks for the top 100 ever. You guys
Yeah.
can check that out. We're gonna put that right in chat for
And
you.
when
So
that-
you guys can follow along of where we're kind of going.
Yeah, we're not going through the whole list. We're just kind of.
That's why we need time. So let's go.
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the part of the list, right? This is the plan. You ready, Obi? Let's go through part of this list. We'll pick out ones that we individually like, and then we'll see what they ranked them and see if we agree or not. Then we'll just talk about games that didn't make the list that we think should have. Is that good?
Sounds good.
We're not gonna go through all 100. I mean, I wrote all 100 down here, well, most of them, and there's a lot. That's a lot.
Oh my god, yes there is.
If you Google IGN top 100 NES games, it'll come up.
Or why don't you just click the link I put in chat?
Well, for those that are not joining us live, remember we have a ton of people that download us or listen to us on YouTube, you know, or different podcast
Well, if
feeds.
you're not live, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You're doing it wrong. No, we appreciate everybody, but we prefer if you're here live.
The hell over! Go ahead, Yogi. Let's do this.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well.
All right. So you want me to start it off?
No, I was just saying your name because I liked saying it.
Okay. I was making sure you know what you're saying. All right. So the first one is the first one that sticks out for me is Adventure Island 2. Now there were a lot of Adventure Island games on the NES. I think there were 4, if I'm not mistaken. Some say they ripped off the Wonder Boy series from Sega. I forget which one came first, but Adventure Island I think is the game that really just caught on, and Wonder Boy and games of its ilk didn't really catch on. But I'm just curious why they have Adventure Island 2 out of all of them, and I'm trying to think of it. Maybe it's because that's the one where they introduced other mounts like dinosaurs and stuff. And this one was actually a lot more fair, because the original Adventure Island, what a freaking pain in the butt. It's so freaking hard. So maybe that's why they made it. What do you guys think? Did you guys play Adventure Island 2?
I didn't. I didn't. I was mostly like I've always been when I had the Nintendo. I was basically I played a lot of the sports games, like the baseball stars, the ice hockey, the duck hunt. I played shit tons of DuckTales.
And DuckTales obviously made their list.
Yeah. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
That was a good game.
There's a bunch more. I'm kind of scanning over the list. The Tecmo Super Bowl. Oh, come on, man. That
Yeah.
was just...
The Tecmo games were crazy.
Dudes running around. It was like beep, 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 beep.
Now, DuckTales made number 10 on their list. Adventure Island 2, which was released in 1991, got number 29. Oh, and
My wife is gonna love number 1.
number 1.
Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, and I think for the purposes of our discussion, I actually might agree with that game, because that game has a lot of fond memories. But
Hell no.
I think we should skip.
Not the top. Not number
No,
1.
but the sexy beast, obese sexy beast, she always wins. So
Huh? Say what?
your wife, that pick, the sexy beast always wins. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm a sexy beast, I know.
I knew I was waiting for that thing. I'm just gonna let this pan out. But Mike Tyson's Punch Out made number 7. I think for our purposes, we'll skip all the mainstays for Nintendo, basically Mario and Zelda, with the exception of Mario Brothers, because I think Mario Brothers is the one that everybody forgets about. Like, Mario was in Donkey Kong. He was also in a game called Mario Brothers. Not Super Mario Brothers, Mario Brothers. Let's see, where did they put Mario Brothers? Number 91.
Yeah, Mario Brothers is not even on the. I mean, it's way down. Like Super Mario Brothers was number 3. And the one thing that I think should be number 1 opposed to Mario Brothers 3 is The Legend of Zelda. I really, honestly, truly think that should be number 1. Yes, Mario was the one, was the character or the mascot per se for Nintendo, but still, so was Zelda. So was Link. I mean, come on.
So the number 1 slot is for a lot more than just Mario.
But I played. I don't know. There's a lot of people that played far more Zelda than they ever did Mario Brothers. Like they were. I don't know.
It depends on what you're into.
Why Super Mario Brothers 3 is top? I could say top 10, but not number 1. No way.
But yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, it's very different beats. Like, do you like exploration and adventure, or do you like, more like action platforming? Yeah, so it's a different thing. I get it.
I mean, did anybody ever play Battletoads?
Yes.
Okay. You want to know? Then this is one game that I really think should be near near top 10. Maybe not necessarily top 10, but 11 or 12. It was 40.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like all these games that
Didn't it have a terrible glitch on the hardest level that it presented for everybody that would almost make it incompletable?
I completed it.
It wasn't a glitch. It was more like it was just super hard. Like, it went from reasonable difficulty to super hard out of nowhere. A lot of people never saw past. Was it stage 2 or 3? No, I think it was the second stage. Well, no, it was technically the third stage. The second stage was when you went down the shaft, and then you got down to the rat area, and then after you beat up a bunch of the rats, you go on the freaking speeders, and it's ridiculous.
Hey, you just got to be faster.
Most people only saw like 10% of that game, sadly, and then threw it in the trash out of frustration.
There was a game that I played. It had a certain peripheral that went with it. I can't remember what the name of the game was, but it had like a foot pad, like something that you would have to hit to run, and it was a running game. I can't remember what it was, but it was kind of like Duck Hunt had the gun. This game had an actual
on NES.
Yes, on NES.
We're talking about track and field.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anybody ever beat Cheetah legitimately, like actually standing up and running?
Dude,
I think it was impossible. You had to sit down and tap your feet. I did. I didn't have to. I couldn't. You can't run that fast, dude. Because you gotta get it. Dude, at one point, I actually put my hands on the ground and pat back and forth because I could do it faster with my feet. And I finally beat him. No. Okay.
I got cheated. And then it was like the first one, he's like, oh, you raised Cheetah. He's the fastest.
Homeboy took steroids,
and then you raised Cheetah jumping. Now you have to jump and run that fast.
Oh, man.
The good old days.
We got a lot of buzz in the chat. People saying their favorites.
They didn't even need the Wii. They had exercise right there in the beginning.
Yeah, see, Nintendo was always on the cutting edge when it came to kind of little gimmicky gameplay mechanics, but it was fun, They just didn't follow it through all the time. Like, remember the little robot they had, Rob? But that was neat. But it broke half the time if you weren't careful. You didn't want any animals or babies around it. But that's another story. I think actually worth a pretty penny now, I think, too. But
one of the very first games besides like Zelda and Mario I played was Blades of Steel. Was that one of the first? It was like, what was it? I want to say 89. I'm trying to find it.
It was 1988. You're close.
88.
That was a really good
first games that I've
really good ice hockey
played.
game.
It was actually good ice. Like it was, like you had to. It wasn't one of those because there was a plenty of hockey games where when you stopped, it stopped exactly where you stopped it at. Like it actually kept going with the motion, the momentum, and then it was actually
and
to do it right.
It's a Konami game.
Mm-hmm.
Konami, how far you have fallen.
Blade is suckers.
I remember Blades of Steel now that you mentioned. I was like, Blades of Steel, it sounds like an assassin game
here
or
it is.
something. And then you said
24.
hockey. I was like, oh! And it hit me right in the forehead, so.
Now let's go back to Mario Brothers real quick. I want to give Mario Brothers a little bit of love. I be loud. Were you into original Mario Brothers? She's chilling in the cut over there. I'm trying to bring her in. She's muted. Oh, there we go.
I heard you. It was more along the lines of like at the time I was like listening to music,
Oh, okay.
and the music was going really like nicely with what you guys were talking about. And then you said what you said, and for a minute I just was about to just listen to your voice echo into the song, and it was like, oh no, that's my cue. I pause music. Hello. Hi. Hey everybody.
Brain!
Not every beat's a
me.
rave beat, Yogi.
I know, right? He don't understand.
It's like
I
every
like
time.
I like that bass.
Like, really, dude? Like everything.
No,
like
no,
we're
more
slow
trance
dancing. We're doing the
side.
waltz, and all of a sudden,
No,
like,
no,
goddamn,
no.
what the fuck, bro?
I'm gonna need you to slow that like.
Get down.
Oh, I be on my suit and tie shit. Excuse me, I swore.
I need.
I be on my suit and tie.
Shit.
So Mario Brothers, yeah,
God.
like Luigi and his brother, like Mario. That's it.
Mario.
I'm always down for the sidekick. I don't know. I'm Sidekick Chronicles. I think the underdog
Mario.
is always overlooked. Like everybody thought it was Thor, and no, Tom Hiddleston proved it's Loki.
Go Bowser.
Oh my God. But you know, one thing about this game that I think I want to mention is a lot of people played Mario Brothers like assholes. Like they played it versus mode. You did the best way to play that was co-op mode. Try to get as far as you can because that game will beat you without you trying to beat up each other.
Demolition Derby style. No, that's the best way to play it. Demolition Derby style.
Oh, see, you were one of those that like anytime you were getting frustrated, you just hit the pow block and make.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the turtle that was on its back, you're about to like knock it over points. Like, nope, it's gonna kill you now, ha, sucker!
Okay, hey, all you guys that love these, the role playing are I don't know what RTS is. I guess it was. But
RPG?
Has anybody ever played Willow?
I've seen the movie, but
No,
I've
like
not played
it's
the game.
I'm
dude.
turning my music back on. You
I'm
really
sorry.
brought up that game?
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It was like
Good
I spent hours on that later. I spent hours on that game. Straight up.
Yeah, you know, for a licensed game, it wasn't bad at all. That's actually pretty darn
It
good.
was Capcom is one.
Yeah, it
But
released
Capcom's
1989, and it played a little bit like Zelda, you know, Dragon Warrior. They compare it to Final Fantasy in some ways too. You know,
Or its new version when it got to Super Nintendo, Dragon Quest. Sorry, just thought I'd bring that up.
well, Dragon Quest started actually on the NES as Dragon Warrior, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It started out Dragon Warriors, and then they changed it to Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah, yep. And they had 4 games on the NES.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the bad thing about Dragon Warrior is it took so long to get it localized and over here in the States. By the time it came over here, it felt already like it was rather aged. And then Final Fantasy came around and kind of like it lived in the shadows. Because Dragon Warrior was released in '89, I believe, but it had like that '85 kind of feel to it, like early in the generation. It was like,
Yeah, I mean, the same thing with Final Fantasy, how it kind of got released a little bit late, too, because by the time they were going to release 2 and 3 for the NES, they were already creating the Super Nintendo and going
yeah.
to Final Fantasy 2, or actually Final Fantasy 4.
Yeah, and, it was a really awkward time for gaming just because, what was it, in '84 the video game crash happened, and then the NES released officially in '85, and then it had like 5 years maybe, not even, like 4 years really to dominate the market, so to speak. The Master System was a legit system as far as I'm concerned, Sega Master System, but and then then it had that overlap. There was at least I think there was a good 3 to 4 year overlap with Super Nintendo, or actually all the 16-bit systems. They were still releasing NES games towards the end, but yeah. Willow wasn't bad at all. I actually kind of want to play that one, but the role-playing games, oof, that's a whole different beast. Another one I want to mention in that same vein is Crystallis. I've always called it Crystallis, but apparently I've been told it's Crystallis. Crystallis sounds better to me, if you ask me.
Didn't know that.
Nah,
It's like Crystal.
yeah, like Crystal. Yeah, that's what they're drinking on there. They IGN put that game, and it's an SNK game. They put that on number 42. This game looks really good for an 8-bit game, I have to say, and it plays really nicely. And it's got like some pseudo 3D areas too, so definitely worth checking out if you like role-playing games. And you could go. A lot of people compare it to Zelda, but did you guys play it?
I have not.
Ooh, Fatal Blades, Spy vs. Spy on NES is one of my honorable mentions that did not make it to IGN's list, and I think that game was a great idea. It was fun to play. It was like, I'm surprised no one really has taken that idea and built upon it, really. Like a game where two spies are fighting against each other, setting traps and looking for like trying to complete missions and stuff while trying to screw each other over. And it's so funny, and it's like a comic, watching a comic strip. All the gags unfold. It's great.
I thought there was a comic strip out there, because I know I've seen it before.
Oh yeah.
Irrelevant, yeah, because I mean,
Mad
are hilarious.
Mad Magazine. That's where Spy vs. Spy got started, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no. I mean, the influence in the game is clearly there. But if you played the game and you didn't know about Mad Magazine and Spy vs. Spy, you can still enjoy it. Like it's a licensed property where it's just fun in itself.
Gotcha.
Oh, and King Deem's reminiscing about the times when you would go into a video game store and pick up paper slips and then go to a redemption area to get your game. You get a paper slip, take it to the register, pay for it, and then you have to go pick up the game. That was the security. And remember looking, like, if they left the door open, like it would be like a gate and a window type thing. And then if they left the door open to the back area, the stock room, and you saw wall to wall of video games. And back then, it used to be exciting because games came in big boxes. They had inserts, posters, and little doodads in there, instruction manuals. Now you don't get any of that shit. Makes me sad.
Yeah. We could have been sitting on bank if we could have gotten some of that stuff and kept it pristine.
I still got a lot of my NES stuff pristine, actually. I think I have a lot of the original boxes, because those get beat up pretty easily. But I have a lot of the original manuals.
I've seen some like SNES games go for hundreds of dollars, even used, still like mega expensive. It's ridiculous. I would hate to see what SNES or NES games go for. Just like if you actually had an old Link or Zelda game that was like never open, and
the most
ton.
I think the most expensive game on Super Nintendo right now might be Earthbound.
Yeah.
Because that was a limited release, and if you have it complete in box, what they call CIB, I want to say it's like $200-$300.
Gracious.
The NES stuff is actually more expensive because it's harder to come by now. So.
Yep.
Go figure. So someone asked if Star Tropics made the list. It did, and that's another one I would love to go back to. Another great role-playing game. It has an overworld like Final Fantasy, and then it has like little action sequences like Crystallis had and other games of its ilk. I keep saying of its ilk. I like the word ilk. But yeah, Star Tropics is definitely up there. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah. That's why I was just saying that Fatal Blades, I think that's why Adventure Island 2 made the list where it's at, because the other Adventure Island games didn't make it, but 2 out of all of them is like, oh, because you had the dinos and you had the boomerang, and like, yeah. But what else do we got on this list?
I'm sad nobody's mentioned anything about Castlevania. I mean, even if you didn't like the game, the music was great.
See, again, Castlevania to me is up there with Mario. It's like it's a game that doesn't go. You don't need to mention Metroid too. Like, duh. Yeah, like duh. Like, You know, same with Mega Man. And actually, on this list, they have Mega Man 1 through 6.
Yeah, and I think Mega Man 2 is on the 4th spot. Holds
Yep.
runner up to the tripod.
Wait, so where did they have Mega Man 1 at? Mega Man 2 was definitely one of the hardest, I think.
90 something.
Oh, they have Mega Man 1 on number 30? I don't know if I agree with that.
Ouch.
Yeah, scrub.
Let's see what they have Mega Man 6 at. Some people say that's the hardest one. And that was released late into the cycle. 1994, they have it at number 58. Interesting.
I wonder what they're basing this list off, like what they're actually, like what they put in there, whether it's just like what people voted or if it's actually like sales falling in with popularity and things like that.
I think let's see. IGN lists are compiled by thousands of different, like thousands of people, where they do probably, it doesn't say how many, but
I think this
you're
list
probably
is their
looking at
favorites.
you probably think of like 5 to 10,000 people. They take a poll or something like that, and then they compile the list from there, probably.
Right.
Or it might be IGN's favorites. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I think this one is their favorites. Cause that's what I was reading. That it's like they're celebrating the some milestone with Nintendo, and then they said they're gonna pick their 100 favorite NES games. And if you look at each of the ones they pick, they have like one of their editors, one of the staff members, share their fondest memories with the game. So it's kind of cool. It's a more intimate article. That's why I like it. It's not their usual, Cause I don't like the big media outlets when they get all pretentious and all hoity-toity. It's like when they share like more personal stories. I think that's cool. Cause then we can relate to that, right?
Yep.
But there's a lot of stuff on this list. One that I want to mention, and actually I mentioned these two back to back that I'm a big fan of, that I think a lot of people missed, and I think they're both Konami games, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Jackal definitely is. So yeah, Jackal and Ikari Warriors, or I think it's Ikari Warriors. Did you guys play these?
that don't sound familiar to me.
They were both arcade games, if I'm not mistaken. Jackal definitely was. And they were both two-player co-op. Fantastic, like, kind of shoot-'em-up type games. Ikari Warriors was the one where you could go into tanks, and you were like little soldiers, and it was top-down overhead view kind of thing. And you could shoot machine guns and throw grenades, and it's kind of like Commando. It plays a little bit like Commando, but it was pretty brutally hard. And then Jackal was a similar kind of thing, but what was neat about this game is that it had huge levels where you could go up, down, and then left to right, and it was like kind of massive stages. It almost had like an open world kind of feel to it, and you were basically driving little jeeps, like little Humvees, and shooting at people while driving around. It was really neat. And they had some pretty epic boss battles in that game. The arcade version I would definitely recommend if you ever get a chance to play it. Jackal is one that I think a lot of people missed. And again, I wonder, Konami, what are you doing with all these properties? People, please just sell off all your properties to Sega, someone that could do some good stuff with them or something.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Sega or Microsoft? Wait, Sega's great publisher. Stop it. Stop hating on Sega.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I know.
Now one of my favorite old time ones that was a very very difficult game is Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's almost on that same list of like you don't even have to mention it because.
You think so?
Yeah,
It's
like who?
17 on their list. I didn't think it was that popular until it got to like when they started announcing it for like PlayStation and stuff like that.
I think a lot of people have gone back and played the older games after playing the ones on PlayStation and Xbox. I can't think of many people I've run into that haven't played Ninja Gaiden. Can you?
I could maybe. I guess it depends. It's a pretty good game, but it also makes me think of another game that was not necessarily not similar to it, but another fighting game. I believe it was Dragon Warriors, where you're the two brothers, and you were going through and you're What Double Dragon? Thank you. Good gosh, I'm terrible with names.
See, I was thinking
You
either
wanted to say dragon, didn't you?
I was either thinking you're talking about Shadow Warriors or Double Dragon. I wasn't sure which one. Like you combine both of them, they had like their own child together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they should do. That's how they make games successful.
They just crossbreed them.
Yeah.
Ivy Loud must be really like getting into the conversation. She's like, I agree with everything, or she's getting into the music. Something going on. So
she had to go for a second. She said she'd be right back.
Oh, okay. But they speaking of Double Dragon, that's another game I think goes without saying. The original Double Dragon didn't make the list, but Double Dragon 2 and 3 did. I think I would agree with that because Double Dragon 2 and 3 definitely had more polish. Double Dragon 3 made 55, number 55, and I think Double Dragon 2 actually went low on the list, 83. I don't know. I think I might put Double Dragon 2 a little higher than 3. I loved 3 because you get to play as different characters and you basically recruit the bosses as you beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But Double Dragon 2 had the epic plot twists, you know, and it was like, it was such a jump from original Double Dragon. It was pretty basic beat 'em up, but it was a great game. But then they added all these special moves to Double Dragon 2, and it felt like completely revolutionary. You know what I mean? Like it was a huge jump for the series.
Now, while we're still kind of on this whole fighting genre, I don't agree with the placement of one of the games on here. It's actually number 98. And tell me if you agree with it being there.
Which one?
TMNT.
The arcade game or the original game that came out on NES?
The original, it looks like.
Let me see. Oh yeah, the original 98. Huh.
Can't believe that's actually ranked 98.
You think it should be higher? What would you rank it at?
I would probably,
Well,
I would say
Teenage
at
Mutant
least
Ninja Turtles
top
2
50s.
is 41.
TMN2?
I think that, yeah, TMN2 is actually 41. I think it should be higher than that. Like, number 1 should be 50s or so. TMN2 should be, top 25. I mean, hell, we could always argue with, where we think things should be at. But like I said, this is the IGN's.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I just thought those were, they were really cool games, and they added, for what it was actually, a really good game. It was really difficult. That's one thing that you lose out with a lot of the newer games, except for like the Dark Souls series, is difficulty.
Yeah, the original one was definitely hard. I mean, the arcade game, Ninja Turtles Part 2 was hard too, but yeah, the original TMNT on the NES was definitely really hard. Maybe, and then, I think because a lot of people didn't get that far in the game and get to really appreciate the things that happen in the game. I mean, most people died before they even got to the underwater, section. Now, do I keep...
Yeah.
I thought I kept hearing someone in the background. I thought I heard someone in the background. Never mind. I thought I'd be loud and snuck in. I thought I heard someone giggling. I'm hearing things.
Now you know damn well. If she's here, you're gonna know she's here.
Her tag kind of explains that.
I be loud.
She can be quiet sometimes.
She's only
Wait,
quiet.
that sounds suggestive. That sounds like me.
Stop picking on her. She ain't here to defend herself.
There's a lot of good picks on here. I'm just gonna kind of go through some other ones. All right, here's another one, guys. Journey to Silius. Did you know that this game was supposed to originally be a Terminator game, but they lost the license? They didn't get the license at the end, so they had to like kind of swap everything out in the end. Yeah.
Did not know that.
And this is a really cool game. And it's made by Sunsoft, and for some reason, it reminds me a little bit of Metal Storm. Some of the character models remind me of Metal Storm. But I don't think Sunsoft made Metal Storm, did they? Let me check. No, Sunsoft was IREM. What the hell is even IREM? IREM Software Engineering. Gosh, yeah, they didn't do much. But yeah, that's one I would definitely recommend if you like going back to the 8-bit games. Journey to Silius is a great one. Side scroller, action, platformer type game. More on the action side than anything else. Another game, if you like adventuring, they put two of the Wizards and Warriors games. I think there was only two on the NES on here. Iron Sword, which I think is Iron Wizard and Warriors 2, and then original Wizard and Warriors. I love these games. Please tell me you guys have played these. No. Overwhelming silence, tell me no.
Nope.
Ah, so good.
I don't think so, because literally, I don't know.
It was the one where you were like a little knight, but you like the levels. A lot of the levels played vertically and horizontally at the same time. Like there were master stages, and you had to go around finding gems, collecting gems to open up certain parts of the level and collect more gems, and you'd fight little bosses and stuff. It was really neat. Like it was like you had a whole life bar. It was like Ghosts and Goblins, but without being such a dick to you.
It sounds like when you guys were talking about anime stuff, and the funny thing is that my brother introduced me to it, but I didn't always get the name of what he was watching, just kind of storyline, and then Andrew, same thing, so I don't know the names of the series. So, it's kind of like you're describing a game I feel like I totally enjoyed, and I just don't remember the name of it.
You've probably seen it.
You can't use your bad with names excuse. I've already used it.
No, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, if it gets down to books, I could tell you the storyline front to back. Tell me what book it was. I used to read books like people breathe. They started getting to where they were formulaic. I think I said that right. And yeah, like I could start predicting. I was like, this is. It was hard to find a book I couldn't predict after a while. I was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
kind of came the same way with games, and I hate when that happens. I hate when you run into a game and you already know the bad decisions you're going to make, and it's like, come on, don't do that. Really? Don't do that. It makes it that much harder to find the games that don't make those bad decisions, and then when you find those games, like Major Mayhem, I literally wrote the developer because I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, I feel like this is actually going to help my muscle memory for doing MOBA games better. And he said, oh, it's so old. We're not even ever going to update it. I'm like, oh, are you kidding?
What? Damn.
You're doing
Correct.
daily updates to freaking Candy Crush Saga? I was, oh, but
Mobile-
I understood because people
Ah.
didn't understand it was a good game, so it's not like they were supporting it like freaking Candy Crush, which is like, you know, marketing out the wazoo. And that's what's so sad is that there are really talented people out there who are making indie games that are really good, and because they're so dedicated to making the game good, it's hard for them to get the user base that they need to be successful because gamers, I feel like, I'm asking, gamers who are so good just assume that other people are going to know it's good, and these games don't really get serious support because gamers don't, you know, they're expecting, oh, okay, well, they should be at this level right now. Well, they don't have a $10 million budget. These people are living on ramen noodles for the past 6 months, and this is what they came out with, and you can't even, like, say, have you seen this game? It hurts my feelings. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get on the soapbox, but we were talking about Nintendo, and, you know, Iwata is no longer here, along with Monty Ohm, and this year we seem to have lost so much talent in the gaming industry, and the gaming industry right now is taking such a beating with all these changes that are going on that it's like, I'm frightened. It's going to be like back in the day when, you know, gaming became hardly like a ghost town because of so many bad choices from people entering the industry who really didn't know what they were doing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I didn't mean to take over the conversation, but it's very personal for me to talk about Nintendo because that man literally built the foundation on what so many gamers don't even understand. If that man hadn't have made the choices he made, I don't even know where we'd be right now. I'm sorry.
Somebody else would have.
Playing Pong.
That logic is terrible. I mean, that's you know, things do kind of work out that way. Like if one person doesn't step up, someone else will. But you know, you have to always wonder, like, if there wasn't these kind of peoples out there, like, where would gaming be at today? Because the industry has moved around, has evolved so quickly, and at the same time, yeah, it has stagnated a lot. I feel like that the 8-bit era, what makes it so special is that there were a lot of people experimenting because companies didn't really find their niche. There weren't really hot trends to follow. Everyone was just trying to, like, kind of, you know, make fun games, and they liked creating games. They liked making things that were fun, and people innovated and they experimented, and you know, we kind of lost. And now it's kind of like, you know, hey, we'll make a game that's like that but a little better. You know,
Now we have 20 titles of Madden that have pretty much the same graphics and same gameplay. Nothing's changed, and the faces barely look like the people that they're trying to relate to, and they're still making millions of dollars, you know.
yeah, it's a shame.
So many titles, you know, that have just so much repetition and not much innovation to it. It's just.
But that's where this video game analyst wrote about it. The big bust, and I guess it was, I think it was 1983, where literally Atari buried all the cartridges they had for ET because it was so badly made that I think what's happened right now is, you know, the whole sequel thing. If you put enough marketing behind it and you enjoyed the first movie so much, you were so desperate for the next movie to be better because it really was a good storyline that you're willing to put your heart out there for it time and time again to get disappointed. And there are people making the decisions who know that you're going to do that. So it's like easy money.
Yep. It's a sad reality.
But let's talk about happier times.
Yeah, like the fact that, you know, Yogi has put together this whole Geeky Annex thing with a gang where it's a lot of purists, people who really love gaming for the sake of gaming, you know, and they're out there. And we all come together, and eventually the underdogs, you know, the pendulum swings back, and Yogi's trying to do his part to bring us all together to try and bring gaming back to where it should be, where this generation doesn't even understand where it came from, to enjoy why it is the passion it is to us. And Yogi's doing his part, you know what I mean? And it takes all of us working together to do it. And I'm just very grateful to be a part of the gang because, you know what, Yogi, I mean, it's got to be hard trying to keep everybody together, you know what I mean, trying to do what you can. And it's
Did you hear my rant in the beginning of the show?
No, I'm saying it like
no, because that actually goes right in line with what you just said. It's funny.
No, seriously, it's from literally you know, trying to do a startup on my own, reading everything in TechCrunch, trying to do it on my own. You know, you study real hard, you do everything they tell you to do like it's a freaking blueprint, and it's just a thankless job. And then you finally, after a while, when you're ready to give up, you meet a bunch of people who have been just as beat up as you are, if not more so, and they're there and they're like, come on, we'll help you, like a hospital, like we'll get you back on your feet, you know, we'll give you the tools you need to feel good about it, and let's all just, you know, band together and try and get us all where we can just be happy being who we are, gamers, and help the next generation know why we care so much. And when you've gotten the snot kicked out of you, when you've literally been through some things where you just have given up on the decency of humanity, even when someone's not perfect, the fact that they literally are there still trying to do what they can against all odds, it just gives you the strength to go, come on, man, we can do this. I know it's that point of the workout where, like, literally you don't want to wake up in the morning because your whole body aches, but I got you, come on. And if you don't have that, if you don't have a group of people that can do that together, when you don't have, even when we all just, like, it's family, even family squabbles to where it's like, you know, we have our moments, but at the end of the day, we still fam. And it's still about one thing, and it's still about one cause, but it's hard when you got someone who's trying to handle it all, trying to keep everybody together, and he's human. It's like, you know, the clown that, you know, go see this clown, and the doctor didn't realize that's the clown he's talking to. You know, it's like, it's just, It's not easy. It's not easy
It's
when
not
you
easy
try and
being
walk in
cheesy.
somebody. It's not. If you before you really want to just unload on somebody to the point that you have no forgiveness, try walking in their shoes and see how far you get.
Word.
And it's not like I can't walk in shoes. Being a female, sometimes I'm really defensive about walking into my shoes because, I feel like it's harder for me, but that's because I don't know what it's like to be a guy, so all I know is what it looks like to me and how easy it is for y'all. But I don't know. You could have the same fears I have, just differently, and it's the same struggle, and I'm thinking it's something else. So I
Talking
mean,
about
do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, guys, it might be just little nibbles, but you can't eat the elephant in one bite. We got to eat it one spoon at a time, and not one person can
Ears are
take
really
all the
good.
spoons. You know what I'm saying?
The ears are really
Yep.
good though.
Yeah. So everybody who's listening, support the little guy, band together, be part of the gang, help everybody come up. Even if you're not at the very top,
Help
the
me
gang
come up. Help me come
never
up, everybody. I
looks
need help.
down on fam.
Gotta rub a little bit underneath.
What?
Just make sure that
Like,
the
help
women
every-
have that you're rubbing.
Help,
Put some
help.
coconut
He
oil
said,
on
"Help,
it.
help everybody come up. I need some help, and I need."
I got some coconut oil for you, baby. Get them coconuts warm.
Wow.
I got a Mai Tai to go on the side with it. Gurgle.
The Mr. 4420. He's like, "Can I come in TS?" He's like, "Sure." So I just moved him right in, and this is what he came to.
Hello, everybody.
Rip. Hello.
Hello.
You were talking about like looking at it in a woman's perspective. You're in IT, right? I be loud.
Yeah,
He does
now,
the same
I'm
thing
gonna
you
tell
do, but
short-
for Microsoft.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a short story. And I was telling my partner, and he was like, "Don't gloat," and I'm like, "It's not a matter of gloat. It's a matter of feeling insecure because I kept trying to tell where I work today that I thought there was a way to fix a hardware situation I was having, and they said, no, 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 no. I had the patience to follow the whole process. When actually, if I'd have listened to myself, it would have been solved in 5 minutes."
Don't you
Which
love
is
that?
Which is what happened. And then I properly informed the people that, so half my day was screwed because you didn't listen to me, and it was solved in 5 minutes, and here's a solution. So I'm not trying to rub it in your face, but recognize it because it's costing you.
Told you so, bitches.
Yeah, that
And-
happens at my job a lot too, where I'll recommend something, but since I'm not as advanced
Fatal.
or know as much as other people in our field, they like to not really take my advice and look around it.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You're lucky because right now you are like the biggest ally to the tech field. Most jobs now in the tech field, which is kind of jealous. You're talking about looking at it as a woman
Don't.
and your perspective. No,
I know where
they
you're
are
going.
hiring.
I
They
know,
are hiring
but I know where you're
females
going.
just to hire
Yeah,
females.
let me tell you where you're going, and let me tell you why that's almost like talking about female streamers in esports. First of all, you've got women out there who do want to learn. Do not mistake, at least I'm going to speak for myself. I do want to learn. I tried to do it looking at boot camps, free code camp. I'm sorry, I got to put a shout out there for Quincy Larson. Love you. They're showing how to do it for free because literally there are people who paid to go to boot camps. That free code camp is giving them that information. The problem that's going on, that's the same with gamers, business. The reason why our economy is so messed up right now is because unless people are getting paid for it, you can't find the knowledge that you really need to understand what's going on. Like, the great thing about Geeky Annex is that all of you guys really know what you're talking about. And yes, we're trying to literally put that information out there for free.
Everybody
But-
but Obi.
But no, Obi, you got your part. Your part's just shut up. So what I'm saying is that, but we're small, we're grassroots, we're trying to do it organically, we're trying to do it, underground, we're trying to do it, you know what I'm saying? And so there's not a lot of marketing out there. And then what you guys don't know is that there are, they're headhunters or interns at some big conglomerate, call it whatever you want to, that are trying to get on top, that find this content, know how to market it, sell it to them so they can package it so they can get promoted to get paid because they're trying to eat. And it's really us. Because we're not taking care of each other, so they trying to take care of themselves. You feel me? So it's the same thing, and I know you're sitting there going, where is this going? It's the same thing when it comes to women, okay? Women can code. We work harder. We do this. We do that. But it's the same in esports. It's like Obi-Wan X's wife said, yes, it's apples and oranges, but we're all still fruit. And until business, industry, people want to recognize we have a difference, but at the end of the day, we're still human, so they can see the truth. We're going to keep doing this categorization. Let's put everybody in a stereotype. Let's cut our neighbor because I'm trying to take care of mine. Because, you know, we avoided the Great Depression, but we know what it feels like. And nobody's ready to really take that mantle up and be the philanthropists, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, who crushed a lot of small people, but if it wasn't for their money, we wouldn't have half the libraries we got. I'm just saying, we as a common folk, we're divided right now, and it's hurting us. It's just hurting us. I'm sorry, I'm feeling some kind of way, y'all. I'm feeling some kind of way. As you talked about Nintendo. I told you, Yogi, this is why I don't like talking about him. It's really personal.
So with that, I think we'll pick up this discussion next week.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Horseplay Live.
We are the kings and queens of tangents here. But that's what happens when you start talking about retro gaming. You start thinking about other stuff and just start reminiscing, and then start getting sentimental, and then you think about your old cat Fluffy that didn't quite make it that day.
Yogi, don't even start, because you are the most romantic sentimentalist that when you start talking about back in the day, you know what these games
It's true. I'm saying,
you can't help but think about
I'm using the I'm saying the royal you. It's the royal you, like the royal we, you know.
Fatal will get that one. Yogi, are you SAWFT?
SAWFT.
I'm gonna sign off for the rest of the show. Not because I don't love y'all, but because they gotta finish paying the bills. So, I love
No, don't leave.
so much.
We're done with the segment now. You can't leave now. No. You derailed that.
Great.
You derailed us. Now you stay on the show. That's the price you pay.
Well, nature's got a call, so I didn't want to put that out there. But since you pushed,
She's gotta
I'll
go
be
take a
back.
shit. Leave her alone.
Yeah, throw some grenades down the foxhole.
I'll say that shit. I don't give a damn.
Poor fuck.
Guys,
Poor foxhole never had a chance. So I do want to mention one more before we move on and start wrapping up, because they mentioned the chat, and it's a game that I think doesn't get nearly enough credit. I loved it in the arcade. I loved it on the NES. It's freaking Section Z. I don't know what it is about that game. I know it's just force scrolling side scrolling shooter, a shmup, shoot 'em up. It's made by Capcom. But something about that game is just amazing. Like I don't know, I love it. The boss battles and the way it's kind of like one huge maze. The music, I have some really fond memories with that game. And I think if you like shmups, you gotta definitely check out Section Z. It's a definitive game up there with like R-Type or Gradius or Life Force or Thunder Force or 1942 or Raiden. Those are like a lot of the Ikaruga. All great shmups. Or if you want to go more current, Cinemora. All great games that if you like shmups, you gotta definitely check out. But anyway, you guys feel like revisiting this list next week, maybe?
absolutely not. We're fucking done.
Why?
Oh, yeah, Shadowgate's pretty good.
I don't know why
We
you
can go
ask
back
a
to
dumb
Shadowgate.
question
We
if you
start
don't want
with
a
that.
dumb answer. Come on.
But Shadowgate, by the way, surprisingly started off as a game on the Mac.
Did it?
Yeah, go figure. Games were actually on the Apple computer.
You mean they weren't just for rich people to relax too?
Wow.
Exactly.
And overpriced. No.
Guys, we do want your guys' thoughts too. So if you guys have any comments, please leave us a voicemail 206-415-4987. Let us know what you think. Let us know because we are going to come back to this next week. So if you guys want to get a word edging wise, leave us a voicemail for all those that are in chat, of course, they're going to be back next week. Or in TeamSpeak, we'll be back next week. Or if you guys don't want to leave us a voicemail, you can email us at mail@geekyantics.net. And of course, we'll read those and play those, try to play those voicemails at least next week, especially if it's for this topic. So, unfortunately, guys, it is that time again where we get to say goodbye. We're fucking done for the night.
Obi,
Yeah.
before we do leave, though, since we didn't get to do the dust off, I've been playing Fable Legends, and it's not as bad as people say. I can't talk about it because there's an NDA, but Fable Legends,
Then
keep
don't
an eye
talk
out.
about it.
I can't talk about it in detail, but it's good. I like it. Anyone that
I'm
says
still
otherwise is
waiting
full
for
of crap.
Gigantic to give me a freaking key, but there's.
I
no
still
more
haven't even touched that, so don't feel bad. But
But I want to touch it, and then they won't let me.
you wanna touch it. Also, Neverwinter on Xbox One, really damn good. Just saying.
Kingdom's going to play right now. He's like, never winter time.
Yeah,
Is that free as well?
it is free. Yep, free to play. And
Because I think I know I played Neverwinter, I believe, before on Steam.
it's a good game. I like it a lot. If you like Baldur's Gate or any of the Dungeons & Dragons stuff, D&D stuff, you definitely like it. But by the way, folks, for those that are joining us live, this is why you have to join us live. We're going to split up into groups and play games together, so stay tuned after we stop the stream. Yeah, I'm being claimed. King Dude's like, wait at Yogi, we're playing Neverwinter. Okay, I guess I'm playing Neverwinter, guys. Alright, Obi, take us home.
Home, sweet home.
To our other home.
Oh, my bad. Guy.
I suppose I think it's singing Sweet Home Alabama.
No, home, sweet home. But if you guys have ever heard of the game Guns of Icarus Online, we are starting to play that.
Yeah,
if
buddy.
you guys want to join us, please do. 40 if you want to play it. I got a copy for you. But it's a multiplayer online, guys, and you're like it's like Air Pirates if you guys have ever played that game.
I'm a good engineer and a good gunner.
I'm a good pilot. So, where you get into there, you just play, and you can have up to 12 people in your game with 3 airships all playing at the same time. So, if you guys want to join us, please go get that game so we can play this week. So,
I highly endorse this message, Guns of Icarus Online. I love it. Been endorsing it forever.
I wanted to play that after the stream. I was going to say something to people, but I couldn't. Of course, Neverwinter wins. So, for all of those,
there's other people in the chat.
For all of those that are not going to play Everwinter, we are going to play Guns of Icarus. So if you'd like to play with us, feel free to. But all else, guys, Horseplay Live is everywhere you can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com. Please take a minute to thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and even share. Even better, guys, we love some comments and reviews. Please give it to us quick and easy, and it really helps us out. Thanks to everyone who's been promoting our content. Oh, my God, we love you. You guys like that candy? We do video as well. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/Geeky Antics, and right here on twitch.tv/Geeky Antics. Here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with allgames.com, we can't possibly plug the full podcast lineup, so check out geekyantics.net/scheduling, or /schedule, sorry. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically, the whole weekend is our big days for podcasting and streaming. But for now, so we're always looking forward to filling up the whole week with other stuff. So if you guys are looking forward to it, we are looking for podcast hosts, writers, broadcast streamers. So let us connect and brainstorm together, guys. If you want to be a part of that, contact YogiZilla. He is back now, guys, so he should be taking care of a lot of the, if you guys want to be on stream team, stuff like that. Make sure you guys contact him, YogiZilla at geekyantics.net. Other than that, guys, TCS Dragon, where can people find you at, sir?
TSC Dragon.
I don't, whatever.
Hey,
I said that shit to Maven. He was like, what?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Hey, look, we've been around for 10 years now. Can't be just screwing up a name like that.
Well, yeah, and if things work out, it'll be the,
Absolutely.
CSGO team. But anyway, where can we find you at, man? Oh, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
What happened? It sounded like you cut off completely, bro.
You want me? You need to find Dragon. Just say, Obi, where's Dragon? He's on TeamSpeak. So if he's not here, he's on his TeamSpeak, which I have that too. So we'll get him up. Mr.
So I
40.
type in Google and I'll find you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's kind of like looking for Chuck Norris on Google.
All right.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
The last person that Googled Chuck Norris was also the last person that Googled TSC Black Dragon.
Mr. 40, what about you,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
Do you have any social media that you can they can tweet you at or anything like that?
No, not offhand.
Not offhand. Guys, if you want to talk to him too, just talk to me. You guys can find me at Obi1x2 everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook fan, the Obi1x2 fans on Facebook, and of course the stream. We're doing some good things, and we're going to be starting some stuff here pretty soon. Of course, the CS:GO team, all that good jazz. You guys can find us, Team Demones Gaming, TDG. You guys can see behind me. There's our logo. You guys can check that out. Yogi, what about you, man?
I'm YogiZilla everywhere. Just Google me. I'm YogiZilla on Twitter, Xbox Live, all that good stuff, Steam. And actually, what I wanted to say real quick, for the upcoming Retro Fridays for the foreseeable future, we're continuing the NES Alphabet Soup. And I was wondering if people would like to see Rare Replay streamed from my personal channel, YogiZilla. So Retro Fridays usually on Geeky Antics channel. We have some other streamers that do it too. So I'm gonna be alternating between Rare Replay and the NES games, and playing the NES games in alphabetical order. So let me know what you guys would like to see more of: the Rare Replay stuff or the NES stuff. But we're gonna definitely keep the NES series going. But I would like some feedback on that. But yeah, hit me up.
If you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking Show is up next, followed by the B-Team Podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to hang out in the chat room by clicking the live or chat button. We'll see you guys there. That's it from Horseplay Live. It's Obi1x2, YogiZilla, our guest Ivy Loud, Mr. 40, and TSC. I almost said it again. TSC Black Dragon. We'll see you guys next week.
P-Team!
Hey!
Peace!
What the
Woo!
Play the damn music. Oh, the music party.
was supposed to help. Why didn't you come and save me?
Because you're scaly.
I guess you're shit out of luck, aren't you?
I'm dying, man. I'm dying hard.
All right, guys, we are out.
What the hell?
We're still streaming, but you went by, and we were just sitting there talking back and forth.
I know. I was listening to the background while the music was playing. I was like, "What are they on about?"
Somebody's whispering.
So
my
what
Lord.
happened was that we live in the desert, and we're trying to get used to it. And my partner, Hernos, he is he's like a frost giant, but he likes the desert. And today was, a little hotter, too many days in a row, and he literally was melting. It's not good. It's like wilting. And so he had to literally leave work early.
Hey, 40.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
I thought you were done, Bob. My bad.
You did not. You didn't care.
Oh, look
You were
at
thinking.
No, I
Because he
know.
already knows the end of the story. The end of the story is that he wanted to come home and play World of Warships with Obi-Wan X, and Obi-Wan X said, I don't think so. I told you don't want a battleship. I ain't helping you get a battleship. I can watch you die. No.
I said
Aw.
I'd play with him. Don't make me
No,
out to
you
be
didn't
the
play with
fucking
him all
dickhead.
day. You totally ignored him. You screamed and you said, yeah, fuck you.
Okay.
No, I sat there and
Okay.
watched him and where we are now, and you just was like, no.
I don't know about that. Mr. 40.
Well, let me shut down the stream here. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to join us over to geekyends.net. Also, you can visit IB Loud over at godsofmayhem.com.
You have ignored me all day.
I
You
have.
ignored me for the past week.
No, I
You've been
haven't.
dodging me. I've been wanting to tavern brawl you, and you just like, no.
I will. You know what?
That ass and you've been.
I'm
slipping
taking the obligatory smoke break / stretch my leg out break.
Oh,
We'll do Tavern Brawl.
I've seen you on like
Obligatory
I've seen
smoke
you
break.
on Battle.net, and he
Okay.
got himself set to busy, so you can't challenge him.
Uh-huh.
And I was
'Cause
like,
I-
so Tavern Brawl you, and you just dip.
Cause you can't change the the battle.net thing on the mobile. You know that.
No, I don't, because I can't see worth nothing. I can't see mobile. That's why I got the Windows phone, because it was bigger
Dip,
without,
baby.
like, spending what you got to spend for an iPhone
That's
6.
what she said.
But, yeah, I know, right? But, see, while it fits really good, it doesn't work like you're used to.
Oh, yeah.
Stop making it better.
What the crap?
40, is Guns of Icarus something that you'd play?
Ooh, yes,
haven't
we should
seen it
talk
yet.
about that game. It looks
Huh?
like Airship Pirates.
Well, I
It's
got
a great
one,
game.
I got one copy.
I already did my time for that copy. My
Oh.
knees are already dusty. You
So I
can't
gotta-
do that for me.
I gotta go buy more.
Miss Obi, you know
I already
don't start.
did. Your knees. Wait, I didn't receive any.
What the heck was that?
I don't know what you're
What?
talking about.
What? What is going on? I might have a few copies left because I was really big on this game like over
Like,
a
I
year
didn't-
ago, and I was trying to get people into it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, you're fine."
Well, I
Oh,
thought I
know
had.
a few people.
Well, if you got a copy of it, give one to Aloud, please.
I will gladly
Okay.
give one to Loud,
Can you-
even though
Seriously, Obi.
she just talked.
I'm gonna need you to put your lightsaber away. That
No,
was
no, 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 no. If he can give one to you, then I can give this one to 40. So like, because I want to get more and more people to play it.
Like
Playing it?
I want motherfuckers on.
Can it be sister
Oh my
fuckers
God,
instead?
you Gang person. Down for the gang.
I'm not down with the whole motherfucking thing. That's where you.
Rudy.
That's where I draw the line.
You are a MILF hunter.
There ain't no sister fucking going on in here, motherfucker. I tell you that much right now.
Ta ta ta
Ta ta ta ta ta ta ta. What is that? Is that the lion from?
Jeff Dunham.
Holy shit!
What?
What guys? Is Overwatch over now? Oh, guys have been in the beta the whole time. Oh, shizzle. Yeah, hold on.
I need you to step off.
Do you have any copies of that?
Who?
Your one pictures. Those one pictures.
Oh man.
Those
Baby,
copies
they've
of
never
those.
been one pictures. They've never been one. It's got to be
Well,
2, 3, or 4. I'm
I said
multi-talented.
the one picture.
I'm lagging like a myth
You
right
know,
now.
that one.
I know the lag is so
you
good.
know,
It's like being
the
chopped and screwed
pictures.
all at the same time.
Ooh. Alright,
need an
shutting down the stream for real now.
I needed that.